Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and did you miss me? We are back with XDefiant. I do apologize, I had to take a good couple of days off. My fiance went to the military. She's going to fly choppers and aircraft. She's going to the Air Corps, which in Ireland is basically the Air Force if you're in the US or anything like that. But anyway, we are back, and if you are new or a returning viewer, hit the like, hit the sub, get involved in the comments, let me know about the latest news that you've heard in XDefiant, and I'm gonna break it all down for you because we got a big recap going on, and a lot of information has come out about XDefiant and from Mark Rubin, and I'm just super happy to see this. We also have the patch notes in this video later in the video, so stick around to the end and we're going to break it all down. So first of all, I just want to say, with some information that we're going to go through here, I'm super excited for what's next for XDefiant, and I cannot wait for season 2. There's a lot of stuff that was made clear to us, a lot of things that were on the list that people wanted, and they are coming, and we have timelines, and then we also have the latest patch, which is probably going to be a game changer for the most part. So let's start off with the first bit of information. We're going to go back a couple of days. Basically, this is about the latest patch coming out, about the sway, about the movement, and people have kind of had mixed reviews on this. Let's be really honest about the penalties that are going to be involved. People have always wanted this to be nerfed. They've wanted more of a balance with the strafing and the jumping, and when those penalties kick in, and now we have that. We have that in the patch notes in this video, and I'm going to break it all down, but that's where all of this came from. Now what we have is just a couple of things that was put to Mark Rubin. Been playing since the inside testing, and I admittedly have some questions. I admittedly feel like the SMG, specifically where all weapons, should make sniper flinch less based on range. He says that is the plan. I totally agree with this. We're going to break down some more information on the sniper flinch and sway, but I agree with this. I do think if you have an SMG across the map, it should not trigger the maximum penalty is if you had a marksman rifle. I think they will balance that, and we're going to break that down in a little bit more detail. Like, a handgun should not trigger the max sway or flinch for a sniper. Now an assault rifle on the other hand could, as I said, a marksman rifle. These are the things that needs to kind of get worked out, but they have it in place right now, and I'm excited. Now Mark does go on to say that he breaks this down in a little bit more detail, saying we're looking at the flinch. Short term, we may, depending on the data, pull back the flinch a small amount, but long term, we want to add distance to how flinch works. So the further you are away, the less flinch you will receive from someone shooting at you. So this is something that when he says the data, Mark has always come out and said, we'll pull the data and we'll go back to the community and present our findings and go, what do you guys think, and meet in the middle. Not doing a Call of Duty. The data tells us what everybody wants to play like, and that all of our players leave if there's no skill-based matchmaking, only at the end of the cycle of COD when no one's actually playing it and all the sweats are left there. So we've had that information where Mark has said he'll take the data, he'll speak to the community, and he'll either go with his decision or they'll meet in the middle. So I'm happy to see that being developed over time. Also, does XDefiant use the same TCP netcode systems as Division 1? It says if you are, you're not going to be able to fix the netcode. No, we have to rewrite all the code. We are more UDP heavy now for most traffic. Anybody who's a developer, people have actually commented it before who are developers, let me know kind of a little bit more insight on that. But this is a great insight on the netcode and kind of where they're at. The fact they had to rewrite the whole code just shows that it couldn't all be done within the time span they want to do, and to get it in the position that it is, I'm happy to see that come out as well. So that's another big plus. Also, objective XP for basically the game, and when is that in the works, is that on the whiteboard? He says yes, probably be mid season 2, and just to be honest, he says in clear, what that means is your objective XP, if you capture the flag, if you capture a zone, will go towards your weapon leveling streak, which is absolutely insane because most people just grind out team deathmatch to get those weapons up. I'm one of them, and a lot of people who just want to play the objective, they don't really want to have to jump in to kind of ramp up those weapons. So that is coming kind of halfway through season 2, so they have already that in the works. And look man, I am super excited. A lot of the stuff that we wanted is now being talked about, it's been actioned. Once it's out in the public, you cannot go back on it. So it's nice to see that Mark has given us all that insight. But now what we're getting is the patch notes. We actually have the patch notes ready to go, and we're going to break them down in detail. Look, it's a bit of a lengthy one, so I'm not going to go through it all, just the main points. I will read a lot of it out, But let's take a look at the patch notes overall. Here's where we start off, basically with the gameplay. Let's start with a tweak to the sway penalty, which shimmers a player's aim and subsequent rapid jumps. Basically, they're defined when triggered within 1.25 seconds of the previous jump. The first 3 jumps remain sway free as before, except now the maximum penalty applies for the 4th repeated jump and or crouch instead of the 5th. Previously, aim sway triggered on the 4th jump but didn't reach maximum sway until the 5th. Also, the jump height penalty in progress, meaning jump height decreases gradually after each repeated jump, and now this is capped to 3 jumps. After the 4th, the jump height was set at 70% of the max height and 49% of the max height, and then 34%. Capping all at this after 3 will be the same for the landing speed reduced penalty, and then other that it says mid-air strafing is reduced by 25%, horizontal jump reduced by 10%. So there we go. That is the breakdown on the movement nerf that we just got there and the balance. So let me know down in the comments what you think of that. I'm okay with it, but I do have to play it. This is the thing, we have to review it when we play it. Also, we do have finally reduced the animation speed for these transactions. Stand to crouch, crouch to stand, stand to jump, sprint to slide, slide to jump. So they will be changed. And then on otherwise, it's the map Daytona. Players are able to shoot opponents through the walls and not intended, but allow bullet penetration and then fix the bugs causing that. Ranked mode. Big changes. Look, I'm not going to go through all of this, but basically I'm just going to read the middle section. Players now earn increased rank points for delivering a winning performance in all ranked except legends. On average, players should see about 30% more RP for a win in a match. On the flip side, match losses are more forgiving due to the increase of the loss buffer from 45 to 75 points. Translation: losing players who rank points drop to the next lower rank will not fall in the rank that they remain within that buffer threshold. Don't sweat it if you lose ranked matches in bronze. Now you lost, that won't cost you any more ranked points. Don't sweat it. There you go. And then the discouraged ranked mode competition from bailing mid-match, the rank point penalty for quitting has increased from 40 to 50, and I'll leave that up there for a while. But look, ranked is getting an overhaul. They had to redo this over and over again. So if you're playing ranked or you thought about playing ranked, maybe this is the way you can get in. Maybe this is something you can play. I'm going to give it a go. And then the miscellaneous is the Ubisoft Connect GC Commando Core Challenge. Smoother Operator and Elite Operator were unlocking after this requirement we met, but now they are. Graphical and audio fixes and crash fixes they are all the patch notes right there. So let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you think of this. I am honestly, they have made a complete 360 in my eyes since Mark Rubin has come back, and look, that's just the way it is. You know, the head of the household was gone for a while, and I think the game is now in a better position. I think the game will have a lot of hate when it comes to the movement. A lot of players who like that movement that were basically spamming that type of movement might be a bit pissed. Other players who are kind of getting stomped on might be a little bit more happy. But once again, these changes are going to happen frequently and more often, so we're going to see that probably either be reverted, or it's going to go lower, or it's going to go higher. Who knows? But it's all about feedback. So let me know your feedback down below. Let me know what you thought. And guys, I am back on XDefiant all this week, and we will be doing a live stream of XDefiant this weekend. I'm super happy to be back and be making videos. I took nearly a week off, and yeah, I'm just super excited to get back into this game and give it a go, and I'm stoked for season 2. But guys, that is all from me. I appreciate you. You could have watched any other video, but you chose this one, and that just makes me super happy. I'll catch you on the next one.